Hey everyone, welcome to another wonderful Art of War stream. Today, we're doing another Warhammer preview. We're talking about the Thousand Suns.
A Thousand Suns?
Everybody loves the Thousand Suns.
I mean, not everyone. The Harlequins don't like them very much.
How do you not like the Thousand Suns, Quentin?
Well, I don't know, because they're kind of weird. They have, like, the Zinchi stuff coming out of them.
Those Zinchi stuff coming
Space
out.
Wolves don't like Thousand Suns.
Yeah, that's true. But I like the Thousand Suns.
Okay, you like the Thousand Suns.
They do psychic mind bullets, and that's what matters.
This is their moment to shine.
That's true. So for those of you who are new here, I don't know what you're doing. You should be here already. But if you're new, we do competitively 40K focused content. Today we're doing live reviews of all the different factions in the game that GW is previewing for 10th edition. So today's Thousand Suns, they brought us some Dusty Warriors. It even says so on their artwork over here. And we're going to break them down. The rules, the good, the bad, the ugly, the psychic, the Quentin.
Psychic. I'm hoping there's some psychic.
There better be some psychic.
There better be some psychic.
I want to see the dust. I want to see 1,000 Suns. I want to see the mind bullets. I want to see all kinds of things. And I want to show off my wonderful... Where's the camera? There it is. The wonderful Games Workshop Thousand Suns Cup I'm featuring today.
Official James Workshop product.
This is not sponsored by them.
It's not?
Excited that I have a Thousand Suns Cup.
Sad.
And it's the Thousand Suns review day.
It's okay. We'll accept it.
So
it's special Thousand Suns Day.
If you aren't a Thousand Suns player, don't worry. We have content for all the different factions. Just yesterday, we did a wonderful orc video.
It was great.
It might be my favorite video.
It was really fun.
It was great. But today, we're going to go through the Dusty Boys. So do us a favor. Like the video. Leave us a comment telling us what you think about the Dusty Boys and Quentin's hair. We're all interested in that.
Wondering what color it's going to be next.
It's different every day.
It is, yeah.
And Quentin baked cookies today?
I did.
It was really nice.
Yeah, I got up at 6 in the morning and I felt like baking. So
very sweet of you.
Yeah.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All is dust. Let's change. Change the picture to this glorious battlefield of Magnus slaughtering the Space Wolves. Did you know Thousand Suns and Space Wolves hate each other?
I did know that.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
Okay.
Enlighten us.
So Magnus, after he did nothing wrong, the Space Wolves randomly came to Prospero, and they burned Prospero to the ground, and Magnus was mad about that. And that's why there's 10,000 years of animosity between them.
Well, I would be mad, too, if someone just burned my planet to the ground.
Yeah, it was kind of sad.
It's kind of a rude thing to do,
It was one of the better Horus Heresy books. You should all go read it.
You would also think Space Wolves being an ice people, they wouldn't want to burn stuff, but,
Space Wolves are weird.
Yeah, that's more Salamander-esque, but whatever. Today is not about Space Wolves. Today is about Thousand Suns and this glorious picture of Thousand Suns slaughtering the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Good.
That's good.
Good.
They also hint at Cabal of Sorcerors, the rule here. Let's find out what it does. Okay, Quinn, this is your time to shine. You know what you gotta do.
I gotta read?
Read them words.
Read! If your army is Thousand Suns, at the end of your command phase, each model from your army with this ability that is on the battlefield, excluding battle-shocked models, generates you a number of Cabal points equal to the number shown in its ability. For example, a model with the Cabal of Sorcerors 2 ability would generate 2 Cabal points. The combined total of these is your Cabal points pool. During the battle round, you can use rituals from the list below, deducting the Cabal points cost of each of your from your Cabal points pool. If you do not have enough Cabal points for a ritual, you cannot use it. Each ritual can only be used once per phase. At the start of your next command phase, your Cabal points pool resets to 0. Each time you use a ritual, select 1,000 Sun Psyker model from your army. I'm assuming this is most models in the army. Then apply that ritual's effect using that Psyker. So this is really similar to what they have currently, where each of your Psykers generates a number of points, which you can then spend for awesome abilities to enhance your psychic prowess. Right now, it's stuff like reroll psychic tests or auto-pass psychic tests, or you can't be denied.
You're allowed to take a breath. I was going to congratulate you for doing a job well done reading this novel that the Thousand Suns have in their tomes about their Cabals. But honestly, no, you summed it up great. So basically, this is very similar to today's Cabal rules, where you have your Psykers in your army all culminate together to get you 15 to 20 Cabal points, and you can spend them. I think instead of spending them to augment your psychic powers, you're just spending them for abilities, and that's largely because psychic powers have just become abilities and guns on your data sheet.
I hate and love that change.
I hate it. I personally hate it.
I personally hate it, but I also think I kind of like it.
Why do you like it?
So, I really don't like that, you'll have a Psyker who will have, 12 different potential damaging powers, but one is just like way better than the other.
Right.
And you have to remember like, does Doombolt cast on a 7 or a 6? Is it the one that does G3 mortal wounds, or is it the one that I have to roll 6 damage or whatever for 6 dice for every model in the unit, and then on a 6 then you roll another die, and on a 2+ you roll another die, and then a 4+ is a mortal wound. It's like,
yeah, it's a lot simpler, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely that. I can get behind that, especially because it makes the game more approachable.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to see what these do. It's all about like how effective and powerful these are. Looks like we're getting to find out some of them. So the first one, and I think there's a relationship between how much they cost and how good they are. So this Weaver of Fate's 2 Cabal points psychic ability. Use this ritual at the start of any phase. Once during that phase, when a saving throw is failed for a friendly Thousand Suns model whose unit is within 18 inches of the psyker, you can reroll that saving throw. So 2 CP for a second command point reroll.
So one thing I want to point out here is that since it seems like stratagems by and large, the ones we've seen at least anyway, are really powerful this edition, being able to get a CP reroll on a saving throw without having to spend an
actual command point,
is really valuable.
Yeah, and especially like on something like Magnus, like versus a big, powerful mega cannon shot, you don't want to fail that save.
The Orc Stompa chainsword.
You don't want to fail against that thing. That thing's
damage 10.
Damage 10. Reroll that save. Reroll 2 of them. Temporal Surge. Okay, so this one's 5 Cabal points. Use this ritual at the start of your shooting phase. Select one friendly Thousand Suns unit within 18 inches of the psyker. Unless that unit is within engagement range of one or more enemy units, it can make a normal move. If it does, that unit is not eligible to declare a charge this turn.
I mean, that's really good.
So this is just warp time.
Yeah.
For 5 Cabal points, you just take a Thousand Suns unit and move it at the start of your shooting phase. So, similar timing to what was previously the psychic phase.
But no more psychic phase.
I love it because what it lets you do is move a unit really far, like just again, and then get better line of sight to go blast, blast, blast.
Yeah, there's no restriction on shooting.
Right. And remember, a lot of the psychic powers in the game now that I assume are offensive and Thousand Suns pack, like Doombolt and whatnot, they're probably just guns that you fire in the shooting phase. Doombolt's still done here, but we'll get there.
Well, I don't know. Zinch's Firestorm? That's a spell, right?
That's a spell.
I remember too.
That spell would be a gun that presumably you can now shoot after you move. So this is a trick that exists in current Thousand Suns, but you instead of casting Warp Time and potentially failing it, you just say, I'm going to spend 5 Cabal points. I like the reliability of this. You don't fail Temporal Surge anymore.
No.
That's how you lose games, and now it's not.
Have you ever had a Quicken Warlock's head explode?
Last week, Quinn.
I've lost so many games because my Quicken Warlock just goes...
Happened last week on YouTube. You can check it out. I was playing Jack. Echoes from the Warp. 6 Cabal points. Use the ritual at the start of any phase. Once this phase, you can select a Psychic unit as a target of a stratagem for 0 CP, even if you've already used a strat this phase.
Nick, do you remember what I was saying like 30 seconds ago about how stratagems are really powerful this edition? And now you can... So Magnus really can reroll 3 saving throws against the Stompa arm.
That's true. That's true. I was thinking, I don't know what the Thousands and strats are. Hopefully they'll show us a few, but I'm sure there's powerful strats, and there's the generic rulebook ones are also pretty strong.
They're all good.
From that we've seen, so I'm really excited. I think this is just great. I mean, there was a Kabbalistic ritual before that was just, spend 4 points to gain a CP, so this is kind of the same thing, but it stacks. You can use the same strat twice, and you can use it on a unit that's already been affected by a strat. So
that's really good.
If there's a strat that's like +1 AP on your bolters, that, +2 AP on your bolters. Crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Doom Bolt. All right. This is one of the more powerful offensive psychic powers Thousand Suns have access to. 7 Cabal points. Use this ritual at the start of your shooting phase. Select one enemy unit within 18 inches and visible to this psyker, and roll a d6. On the 1, enemy unit suffers d3 mortals. On a 2 through 5, d3 plus 3. And on a 6, d3 plus 6.
That's a lot of mortals.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of mortals.
Very likely d3 plus 3 mortal wounds. Worst case, you get a smite off.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's wild.
This is good. I mean,
okay,
they're all kind of good. I don't know how many points you're going to get into your average army because, of course, we don't have the points for the game, so we don't know, and we don't know how much Cabal points each character generates or each unit generates. But if you can do all of these or most of these in a turn, this is going to be awesome.
Just poke your head out and be like, D3 plus 3.
But don't worry, folks. You thought Doombolt was good? Here's the real kicker.
Hold on.
Oh.
Start of your shooting phase. So can you move someone forward, Doombolt, and then Temporal Surge back?
No, because Temporal Surge
Is
also at the start of your shooting phase. You sure can.
Oh, that sounds good.
You sure can. You whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is good.
That is good.
Yeah. Good brains there on the money. Twist of Fate. All right, everybody. This is the creme de la creme. This is the best one. 9 Cabal points. 9 is Zinch's number. 9 is for the Thousand Suns Cup. Use this ritual.
In the cup.
What?
When you're done with them, you put all 9 in the cup.
You put all 9 in the cup. Use this ritual at the start of any phase. Select one enemy unit within 18 inches of and visible to the Psyker. Until the end of the phase, armor saving throws cannot be made from models in that unit.
That seems good.
So you know how I was just saying you could stack, like, Echoes from the Warp to make something like AP2 potentially? Forget that. Just Twist of Fate somebody, no armor saves, AP20. You know, like, just get out of here.
I don't like that.
If you're one of those persons like who likes to run the Terminators with the Storm Shields, with the cover saves, and I have the 0-up armor saves, just get out of here. I'm done with you. Go home.
No armor that's not save. Great. There's a lot of units with good armor saves and no invuln saves.
Yeah, there's a lot of units that have great armor saves and like a 5-up invul. Whatever. I'll take you to your 5-up invul. That is a win in my book. That is awesome.
That's really good.
That is really good. Holy smokes.
Wow.
It's all going to come down to points, of course, and like how effective it is to get these into your army. Like how many Cabal points do you generate? So like what is the expenditure rate? If you have to choose between Twist of Fate and Doombolt and Echoes in the Warp and Temporal Surge, and you get to do one of those things, this is not that cranked. But if you get to do
like 4 or 5,
even 3, like it's like this is.
So one thing I note about Twist of Fate is it's not pick one of your units and it ignores armor saves. It's pick an enemy unit and everything ignores armor saves against it.
It's like Jinx if Jinx was just broken.
Yeah, it's like Super Jinx.
So, instead of -1 armor save that I have to roll a 7 to cast, I'm just going to select your unit, and you can't take saves.
Can't do anything.
I'm just going to tell you these words.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Please remove your models from the table.
I like that Thousand Suns now have built-in reliability. They did somewhat before with the Kabbalistic rituals, but honestly, what it felt like to me when I was playing Thousand Suns is I had my army-wide rule, the Cabal points, Kabbalistic rituals, and I would spend all of them to make sure my psychic phase worked the way it was supposed to work.
Yep.
And now I feel like I just get to do my things, and it's awesome. I really like this reliable. Change. Yeah. For sure. Especially because a lot of these are kind of like the psychic powers that I would have been casting that, psychic powers just are not as deep as they were before. Presumably Thousand Suns still apply. So I'm glad that they worked it in. I think that's a really nice change. Alright, they gave us one of the cults here. Cult of Magic. This is the one that traditionally is the Mortal Wound.
This seems to be the index detachment the Thousand Suns are going to be getting.
Yeah. So in your command phase, you can select one of the abilities listed below to take effect until the start of your next turn. Malevolent Charge, psychic weapons equipped by Thousand Suns models from your army of lethal hits.
Okay.
That is 6 hit auto wound. Psychic Maelstrom, Thousand Suns gain sustained hits 1. So that's psychic weapons. That's going to be exploding 6 to hit. And then finally, Wrath of Immaterium, psychic weapons gained by Thousand Suns.
Oh no!
Devastating wounds! That is 6 to wound to mortals.
Equal to the damage characteristic of your weapons.
Okay, let's take a step back. What even is a psychic weapon? Like, surely all those force weapons will be psychic weapons. All of these...
Probably like
all these psychic powers. Yeah. Every character I imagine will have some sort of offensive mortal power or offensive damage dealing psychic attack.
I assume all the aspiring sorcerers in the units probably have like a Bolt of Zinch or something, and it will be like, I don't know, some number of...
Do you think they would make Inferno weapons psychic?
I hope not.
I mean, then so my army just does devastating wounds. But that would be. I feel like this rule doesn't do much unless I don't know what the frequency of psychic weapons in Thousand Suns will be. But if it's just on every sergeant gains devastating wounds,
that's
whatever. But if it's every attacking your bolters gets devastating wounds.
Toughness 12, not anymore.
Oh my god. Also no armor saves.
Get out of here. Durability gone.
What? Okay.
All right.
I'm very excited. As a Thousand Suns player, I really like this. I want to know. I want to know more. I feel like this is teasing me too much. But we have a unit spotlight.
Ahriman.
Ahriman. All right.
He's a twin.
He's a twin?
He's a twin.
Who's his twin?
He's dead. I think it's Osmond or something.
Ahriman?
No, it's like Osmond. It's with an O.
Ozymandias.
Something like that. I don't know. I forgot the name. But some guy.
I've got a bone to pick with Mr. Ahriman over here. Because he's been good. He's been good since, like, 7th edition. He's just been good. The man casts powers. But here's my issue with the boy. He dies. Every single game, religiously. He's like, I'm Ahriman, it's turn 4, game's ending, time to perils and kill myself. You know, like, he just has a rule. It's not written on his data sheet, but it might as well be there. That
I target Ahriman with, like, aggressive precision. I'll be like, 10 Hellions, go. Everyone into Ahriman.
So let's figure out what the bad man does. He moves 6, he's toughness 4, he's got a 3-up save, 5 wounds, leadership 6, OC 1.
So he doesn't move with a disc.
There might be a different
disc option.
Okay. Or we don't have the other page to his data sheet.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, they have a disc model for Ahriman, so I imagine that's not discontinued.
It might be Ahriman on disc or something.
Yeah, it could be a whole different data sheet. We've got an Infernal Bolt Pistol. So this is interesting because it is not a psychic weapon. You can kind of read into, like, Rubric Marines also Infernal Bolt Pistols. I assume the bolters themselves also wouldn't be psychic weapons. That's kind of what you'd expect. 12-inch range, 1 attack hits on 2s. Strength 4, AP 1. This is 1 lower than currently.
Okay.
But everything in the game kind of went down in AP, so makes sense.
Makes that ignores armor save really valuable.
Yeah, because everyone's got good armor and no one's got AP. Ignoring armors is amazing. Psychic Stock is a precision attack. This is a psychic, so this would benefit from your Kindred Sorcery. So you can stack whatever rule you like on it. It is 1 shot, hits on a 2, strength 6, AP 1, D6 damage, which, stack that with devastating.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
That's kind of weak sauce.
Yeah, no.
I was really disappointed.
Maybe Ahriman is a leader. He's got the Black Staff, which is 5 attacks, hits on 2, strength 7, AP 1, 3 damage.
Okay, so he does slap.
He does slap. He's no slouch. He's always kind of slapped. He's been 3 damage forever.
I just kind of imagine that Ahriman would maybe I just keep seeing Ahriman with all the damage spells because he real casts or whatever.
So Ahriman gives us 3 Cabal of Sorcerers, and of course we can use this as a frame of reference. In today's current rule set, Ahriman gives us 3 Cabal points. That's not different. And then Exalted Sorcerers and the type of Sorcerers 1 rank below him give 2, which I am assuming is still the case. And then your Troops and your Terminators and all that will give you 1 each because they have a Sorcerer in each one. So that's probably the same ratio. And if we're using that kind of math, most Thousand Sons armies have around 15 to 20 Cabal points. So you can kind of extrapolate. You'll have 15 to 20 Cabal points, build depending, of course. Yeah. To spend on all of these things.
Assuming there's not some crazy points increase or reduction or whatever.
True. So he's the Rubric Lord. While this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add 1 to the wound roll.
That's good.
All right.
+1 to wound is good.
No one's going to complain about +1 to wound.
No one's going to complain about +1 to wound.
You got a Vets. And then once per battle, you can select... This is a psychic ability. Once per battle, you can select this model to use a ritual for 0 Cabal points.
Oh, no armor save.
No armor saves is free, everybody! Woo! Okay, so Ahriman, lackluster. Ahriman buffs, amazing. +1 to wound, no armor saves, bolters.
That seems good.
Yeah,
seems good.
Whoa, hot fire.
We can forget that his psychic stock is bad.
It's Ahriman doesn't need to be the smite factory. He can be the you don't have armor saves factory. What is this? I mean, it's once per game, but how many times do you need to do this? What?
Seems good.
It's free. Okay.
All right. Ooh, rubrics.
They're showing us quite a bit of these Thousand Sons.
I know.
So
they only have 4 units, so we're getting 50%.
Yeah, this is actually the Thousand Sons index. So they're gonna move 5. Their toughness 4. They got 3 up save, 2 wounds, leadership 6, OC 2. Pretty much what you'd expect.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now we can confirm. Bolt gun, no psychic weapons. Bolt pistol, no psychic weapons. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, so.
Plasma and
So interestingly, the bolt gun is just 2 attacks at 24-inch range. It's not rapid fire. Yeah.
That's kind of an homage to the fact that Thousand Sons have that implaceable advance. They can move and count stationary always, so just give them 2 shots. I like that. And then they got Devastating Wounds on the Soul Reaper Cannon, which is 6 shots, strength 6. AP 1, that's gone down from AP 3. That's minus 2 points of AP. But it gained Devastating Wounds. Warp Smite, which I assume is
on the sorcerer, probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's a psychic attack. It does anti-infantry 4+.
Devastating wounds.
Does that mean it does mortals on a 4+ against infantry?
Yes, against infantry.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
2 attacks, hits on 3, strength 4, AP 3. Nothing too exciting.
No, crazy.
Warp Flame Pistol and Warp Flamers are both torrent weapons. They both ignore cover. Strength 3, Strength 4, respectively. AP 1.
Who cares about that AP, Nick?
Who cares?
Who cares about the AP?
They should cross out the AP stat.
AP 12.
AP 12. Only against one unit.
Yes.
Per turn. And then we get to see a force weapon here, which is basically what it currently is. 3 attacks, hits on 3s, Strength 6, AP 1, D3 damage. And then they give you 1 Cabal of Sorcerers point for the Aspiring Sorcerer only, so same exact thing as today. Interestingly, the random icon... Oh no, there's the icon right down here, but it doesn't seem to give you more Cabal points. So a big way Thousand Suns generated Cabal points was taking like 5 Rubric squads, each one's giving you 2 points. Now they're only giving you 1.
Okay, so +1 AP on a 6 to wound.
Yep, we've got... Bringers of Change. Each time a model in this unit makes a range attack, reroll 1s to wound. If the target of the attack is in range of objectives, you reroll wounds.
That's good.
No armor saves, reroll wounds, +1 a wound, Quentin.
Seems really good.
Seems good.
Seems really good.
And this applies to all their weapons. That's Strength 6 Soul Reaper, that Warp Smite that does mortals. This is just a great roll.
Yeah. I like this data sheet.
Yeah.
So gotta have been vuln.
And then Devastate, the Icon of Flame, instead of giving you more Cabal points, each time a model in the spares unit makes a range attack, if a critical wound is scored, improve the AP of the characteristic by 1.
So you know what they don't have?
What do they have?
They don't seem to have any kind of -1 AP or all this dust or anything like that.
They're not Dusty Boys.
They're not Dusty Boys.
That's so disappointing.
That's sad.
That is.
Someone.
I mean, that rule I thought was like not the best rule because it either made sure they had 2-up armor and nothing ever hurt them, or it was irrelevant. Like it literally didn't apply itself. So I didn't like the all is dust rule, but I'm sad there's no replacement for it. How can I call my Dusty Boys the Dusty Boys? These are sad times. Well, not really. Thousand Suns seems awesome. So I don't know how sad we can be. Wait. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Mutilate Vortex Beast.
The AOS model.
This is the best thing in the Thousand Suns Codex, hands down. I've tried to build this into my army so many times. This thing's amazing. Let's see what it does. It's got the Warp Vortex, which seems to have 3 different profiles. The first one is a blast.
Blast is good.
I love that they're so on point with the names of these weapons.
I know.
It's a blast. It's D6 plus 3 shots. It's Strength 9, AP 2, 2 damage.
That's a Marine killer if I've ever seen
one. That is a good gun.
Yeah, wow, that is...
Dramatic improvement. Good job.
Okay.
It's not a psychic weapon, unfortunately. And then we've got a Beams, Devastating Wounds. 1 shot, hits on a 3, Strength 18, AP 4, D6 plus 6 damage.
Okay, also a good gun.
Alright, so you blast the dudes, you beam the tank, or you torrent, ignores cover, torrent, 2d6, Strength 6, AP 1, torrent attack, so it's like a heavy flamer. Before selecting targets, you can choose which profile, so mix and match based on what your situation is. This is actually a really good gun.
Yeah, I know, I would totally take that. Yeah. I like the Dob one a lot.
I like the model. I need to know how many points this thing is, and I'm sure it's got weird rules.
Yeah.
But look at its face. Can you tell me where its face is?
I don't think it has one.
Yeah, that's because it's constantly changing.
That's crazy. I'm gonna shoot it with my bright lances.
Oh, there's more! There's more!
Ah!
The Mutilate Vortex Beast, Immaterial Flare. They really gave us the entire codex.
Yeah, wow, this is...
Alright, so while a friendly Thousand Sun Psyker unit is within 6 inches of this model, each time that unit uses a ritual that specifies a range, you can double the range while resolving.
Ooh, so you can't hide from the rituals.
You can still be out of line of sight.
Yeah,
but range is no longer a factor.
That seems good.
18-inch range of
36 inch
how about 36 inches of no saves?
Ooh.
Okay. Thousand Suns.
Let's go.
I like that the Mutilate Vortex Beast both actually does something and does something.
Wow, how many points is this thing? Because we
don't know, but it traditionally is
Nick?
130, 140.
10th edition, I'm calling it right now. Triple Stompa versus triple Mutilate Vortex Beast. That's the meta.
That's the meta?
You heard it here first.
Yeah, that's an Art of War take. I heard one. Okay. But you thought we were done? No, we've got a stratagem spotlight. Psychic Dominion. Any phase just after an enemy unit has selected its targets, you select one of your Thousand Suns units from your army that was selected as a target by your opponent. Until the end of the phase, all the attacks against your unit that have the Psychic Weapons ability gain the Hazardous ability. So basically, if they shoot you with Psychic powers, it becomes hazardous for them. and all models in your unit get a 4 Feel No Pain against psychic attacks. So if you're playing against Thousand Suns, this is a good strat to have.
Yeah, I was going to say the Thousand Suns mirror.
I'm sure there's other armies
like Grey Knights or something.
Knights.
Oh, four Grey
Eldorf got to do some damage in the psychic phase. Fate Weaver, There's units that Psychic Dominion is a good pocket strat to keep in mind, for sure. Like, Thousand Suns currently are actually very vulnerable to taking mortal wounds.
Which is hilarious.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
I like that this does something about it. Mm-hmm. This isn't like an amazing strat. It's very niche. Half the time, most of the time.
Because you're not going to pop it if there's, like, one Farseer or whatever.
No.
Just like...
But remember, with your Cabal points, you can make this free.
Oh, you can?
You just can.
Oh, wow, that's good. You can use it twice.
You can use it twice, yeah.
Ooh. Thousand Suns mirror match.
Oh my god, no one does damage.
But no, you do damage to yourself.
And we've got...
Everything is hazardous.
Everything's hazardous! We've got a word from the studio. It's Thousand Suns, joined by a beautiful flock of screamers. This is like a whole school of screamers here, and I love that.
It's kind of pretty.
It's very pretty. And
I didn't realize how
they're killing Blood Angels. We love to see that.
Jack would hate that.
Jack likes
He'd
Blood
be so
Angels.
sad.
We like making Jack sad. This is a good day. And then in the Black Library, we've got these books: Ahriman Eternal by John French and Ahriman the Omnibus by John
I really
French.
like the Ahriman Omnibus.
I have not read it.
It's really good.
Does it have words about Ahriman?
It does. He starts out and he's like sad because he like did the rubric or whatever, and he's like, I'm a failure, and he's like some like random like grunt sorcerer being like kicked around, and he's like muttering to himself the whole time about how he was the chief psyker of the Thousand Suns, and then he like becomes awesome. It's actually really good.
Maybe I'll give it a read.
Yeah.
Then we've got the Ahriman Exodus. This seems to be a demonette versus a Thousand Sun. I don't like that. This is two of my armies battling each other. This isn't good.
I want to be the Harlequin with the popcorn, just like
you can go back to being your Harlequins. You're here for reading, not for Harlequins.
I mean for both, Nick.
So let's see if they tease us with what's coming up tomorrow. Nope, they never do. They really never do.
Sometimes they say it in the description.
In the description.
The Grey Knights! The Grey Knights!
They really did.
All the weapons are hazardous, Nick.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow, I'm sure we will have Mr. Roboto himself, Richard Sealer, busting out his knowledge over the Grey Knights in the 41st millennium. If you like this video, do us a favor and like the video. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and if you're interested in getting better and enjoying your game more, check out the War Room. It's a 3-day free trial going on right now in the link below, vhx.warroom.tv. Like I said, it's in the link below. We're going to pump so much content.
We've got so much really fun stuff coming up.
It is so exciting. The actual reason we hired Quentin is so that he could read his 10th edition, and then he's going to read it to you also.
Yep.
It's going to be epic.
I read every day, all day.
All day. It's what he does.
Yeah, I read a lot about Ahriman.
That too.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought, everybody. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for Grey Knights, bright and early. Bye, everybody.